It's not gray hair, it's even more product because fuck a dime-sized dab. Anyway, Predator Badlands did exactly what it needed to do in order to reset the franchise for the better. There's gonna be spoilers in this video. There's gonna be multiple videos about this movie and they're all gonna have spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, you should go do that. Seeing Prey and Predator Killer Killers made me realize that I was a really big Predator fan ever since Alien vs. Predator and the second Predator. I rock with all the Predator movies, but the only thing is we always see it from the human's point of view. And we're told that hunting is a big part of the Predator's culture, but we don't really get to see it, just the view of the humans trying to survive it. The brilliant thing with Predator Badlands is that they flip the point of view, they flip the narrative, and we get it from the point of view of Dek, who's considered a runt of the litter when it comes to the Yautja. He's smaller than most Predators, but my man's got a fucking heart. What I love about this is we get to see the point of view of Dek going on this like traditional hunt in order to prove himself to his clan, who really thinks nothing of him as we saw as his father. But his brother believed in him so much that when Dek said he wanted to go to Jenna, this planet where everything's trying to kill you, and kill this unkillable beast, he was willing to risk his life so that his little brother could do just that. The coldest part about the film to me is that it's a direct homage to the very first Predator. Dek gets separated from the weapons on his ship and he has to use the weapons that he's got. And then when he loses those, all he has is Thea and the layout of the land, and then he has to learn to use that land to his advantage. I thought this was brilliant because it's one of the first times we see a Predator not really using their weapons but using the layout of the land, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger's character did in the very first one. The first Predator movie, we saw Dutch have his whole military background, and when his military weapons were working, he had to set traps within the jungle in order to get to the Predator. I love the flip on that narrative, and we see this Predator adapting to a strange land, this whole different world, but learning to use it to his own benefit. Again, I don't think we've ever seen a Predator do that. My man went full primal. Dek is such a special Predator because of the way we see him adapt, as well as the way he gets his final fit in the end, especially the way he makes his Predator mask when he was using the grass blades as a fucking tattered whip, as well as using the creatures as weapons as well, and they were rocking with them too. Dek doesn't have his cloaking device either because he has to prove himself to his clan, especially his father, in order to receive it. That's the reason he's doing all this shit, and I love that we don't see that cloaking device because it's like a cheat code, so we saw him getting it out the mud, or the razor grass. For me, I keep having to stress that it feels like this is the first time we've seen a Predator really being a hunter, especially without them having like their tech to rely on, really using the nature and everything that's around them. We've always seen how they're such great hunters, but we've seen that with their own weapons. Now we're seeing one adapt and use what's around him. To me, that was such a simple way for us to get to know Dek, as well as to pay homage to the very first Predator movie. We back! We back! Predator Badlands, we've been back since Prey, really, and Killer of All Killers, but like, this movie, like, it really, I don't even have the words, man. I just know we fucking back at it.